What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. The sun is just like blinding me from the left hand side. My name is Mike. I'm a full-time media seller. We're here in my 50,000 square foot warehouse. Today is Monday, so you got to listen to me ramble on about a topic and show you a few weekend sales. If you're interested in selling media or want to be around like-minded people, join button in all the YouTube videos. We have weekly Zoom calls and a private members only Discord. Today's topic, if everybody's seen late, probably like the middle of late last week, Amazon increasing fees yet again. So we're going to talk about fee increase, kind of, you know, should you be worried, shouldn't you be worried as a media seller? And we're going to cover our best two sales we got from eBay and Amazon over the weekend. So let's get right on into it. So we're going to knock out the sales real quick. Everything back here on the table we sold some, nothing exciting, but we sold a lot of Dune paperbacks. These usually sell pretty quick, and especially if you have a bunch that are from the original series, these will sell. But this did take a while to sell. I think we sold this for around 20 bucks. Some DVDs and CDs for Amazon. Nothing too crazy. Our best sales, I'll pop these up on the screen. eBay, we have Dragonlance. I've sold so much Dragonlance, and Deb found this in a thrift store. We paid $3, it sold for 30. Even if they're in beat up shape like this, if you have something that has a slip cover or it's like the complete set, this stuff will sell. It's real collectible. So that was a good flip, 3 into 30. And then we have the Creature from Jekyll Island merchant fulfilled on Amazon. This sold, I believe, for right around 35 bucks plus $4 shipping. So almost 40 bucks. I think we're into this for like $1.50. So those are my best sales from eBay and Amazon. More importantly, let's get into the topic of Amazon increasing fees yet again. So I made a video a while back saying, right, you're on these platforms, you have to play by their rules. If you don't like it, you can, create your own website, Shopify. There's plenty of options out there. So Amazon's going to keep increasing fees, as I think every platform is going to keep increasing fees year after year. It's kind of like the post office, right? Post office basically goes up 2 times a year, and that's a fee increase, whether you're charging for shipping or it's free shipping, right? Because the fees are coming out of your shipping amount as well. So you have to think of it as not only is the platform increasing fees, the post office is increasing fees. And if you sell media, we all know media mail now is super expensive. And I kind of dug into it to see, like, if you ship this on Amazon, right? You could ship this bound printed matter. So anything over £1, bound printed matter is going to be a lot cheaper than media mail. Media mail jumps up like 40 to 60 cents per pound, but bound printed matter only jumps up like 19 cents. So I know, all right, Mike, it's 20 cents. Well, when you're selling hundreds of thousands, it adds up, okay? So that 20 cents adds up. Amazon offers that, but eBay doesn't. So I did a little bit of digging. Something about they need a permit or some kind of license to have it, and eBay don't want to deal with it. So that kind of had me ticked off. Just looking at the prices, the price difference when I'm shipping something merchant fulfilled, that's maybe £3 versus, Amazon versus eBay. I'm paying probably close to an extra $1. But that's just the part of it, right? Increasing fees are always going to go up. So I'll kind of jump into it a little bit. I'll pop it somewhere up, right? So we're media sellers. Most of us, probably, 90% of people watching this, we're media sellers. So what are the big takeaways for media sellers? Biggest takeaway is going to be the long-term storage. So it used to be a year, then it went down to 9 months. Well, now starting in April, it's going to be 6 months. So you got to be, paying attention to some of these things, right? Most of the other nonsense is just nonsense. We'll cover it, but the long-term storage is the biggest, hit media sellers are going to take, because maybe this is a 1 e-score book. Sells once every 6 months. If you don't get that sale when it comes around, guess what? This is going to go to long-term storage, and you don't want to pay the increased fees, right? You want to avoid that at all costs. So I've been thinking about ways, maybe how you can counteract this. So when I'm out scanning, I'm not changing none of my triggers, anything like that. If it's 3 e-score or under, it gets merchant fulfilled, right? Well, Mike, I don't want to merchant fulfill. Well, guess what? That's fine. That works too. So my approach is, I already know how to merchant fulfill it. I got everything ironed out. I have the space now here in my huge warehouse. So I'll merchant fulfill. But if you're not, we also look at it from this side, right? You don't want to merchant fulfill, you want Amazon to deal with it. So if you're looking at, 3 and under e-score, maybe even 6 and under e-score books, you want to be looking for more profit, right? So maybe at least $25 profit on something that takes that long to sell. So all you have to do, if you have 6 different books like this, you only got to hit 1 out of every maybe 10 to make up for that loss, right? Your buy call should be close to being under $1. So all you got to do is hit 1 out of 10 and you're going to be winning. So don't think about it as like it's a negative thing. Whether you're going to merchant fulfill or not, there's still money to be made on long tail items. And if everybody wants to run away from all the long tail, high rank, low e-score books and DVDs and CDs, that's fine. More for me, right? I see it all the time. I hear it all the time. I don't buy any books over 1 million rank, this, that, and this. Well, I had a sale on a 1 e-score book 2 weeks ago that was $245, right? So just think, if you hit that one jackpot one time, it makes up for hundreds, tens and tens and tens of these, slow moving items you're buying. So get in the habit of picking up the slow. Now don't touch the 0 e-score stuff. That's not allowed on this channel. If it doesn't sell in 6 months on Amazon, it ain't gonna sell nowhere, right? So you don't touch 0 e-score. And I would probably, if you're kind of on the fence, maybe start out with 6. But me, if there's 1 e-score, the way I reprice, I'm 100% in. So that's the big change, right? 6 months, long-term storage now. So now you gotta, kind of keep up on it a little bit more. But you can kind of just go in once a month and get ahead of this. And we talked about fees going up on this past week's members call. It was a good call. So yeah, besides that, we have an increase in cubic storage, right? So cubic storage went up a few cents. If you go into where you can see your restock limits, the next button down is your like storage volume. Mine was like 60 square feet or whatever. So that means nothing. A few cents there isn't gonna kill you. Now, the fuel and, gas surcharge, right, that they put back in place, I think around April or maybe May or June of this year. We all knew that wasn't going away, right? If you've dealt with any kind of online platform, any kind of business, when they put in something that's temporary, it's usually going to become permanent. So that is now a permanent thing. They give you the spiel of, hey, due to things not slowing down here and prices keep going up, we got to keep this permanently, even if gas goes down to $1 a gallon tomorrow. So everybody knew that was going to be permanent. Personally, I knew it was going to happen once they put in something like that. Wasn't worried about it, And, as media sellers, it gives us an advantage, right? Our buy cost is so minimal. And best of all, Scout IQ has all the fees built in, right? So it's not like you're taking, a wing and a prayer shots, right? You see exactly, Scout IQ makes it so easy for anybody. So it's like, hey, when these fees get updated, Scout IQ is updated well ahead of time, so you know exactly what you're getting when you're buying. It's not a crapshoot, right? So that makes it even more simplistic for us media sellers. So don't get caught up in a lot of the fees are going up noise. Try to avoid it. Now, one thing they did mention that was good for some people is the small and light program. So if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a program where new FBA items that are under a certain size and dollar amount, it used to be $10, now it's $12, you pay a whole lot less in fees, right? So if you go to Big Lots, for example, like I did in a video way back, and you're sourcing for new DVD, Blu-rays, now if you enroll those programs, well, if it's $11.49, it used to have to be under $10. If it's $11.49, going forward, you'll be able to enroll in small and light, and the fees drop down considerably. I'm talking like 60% less fees. So on something that's $11.49, brand new DVD, it's got to be new, right? And you enrolling in the program. That's one thing I don't like about it, is you have to go in and you have to enroll each and every item. So it's a little tough when you're doing one-offs like we are, but the fee's going down considerably. So they kind of like, they say that at the end too, like, hey, I know we're raising fees and everything, but here's a little snack for you to be happy about. Personally, I'm not involved heavily with small and light, but I know a lot of people are, and a lot of people are excited for that. But overall, as media sellers, it's another fee increase, right? And I kind of was talking about it, just picking other people's brains. Hey, do you think, eBay's going to go up again next year? Do you think Amazon's going to go up again? Do you think the post office is going to go up again? And all three are yes. So get used to this. These are businesses just like, me and you. They want to make as much money as they can. But as media sellers, it doesn't affect us as much. Work on ways, to increase your profit by, hey, if fees go up 5%, well, then let's reduce our buy cost by 5 or 10%, or let's increase our profit by 5 or 10%. Think about proactive ways. Don't always be focusing on, well, it's another 5 cents I'm paying on every dollar. Who cares? Think about a way to get your cost down even more, where you're getting the books for next to nothing. So who cares if the fees keep going up? If you're into a book for 10 cents and you make $4 profit and you have to pay an extra 20 cents, your ROI is like crazy, right? So get all the negativity of the fees and everything out of your mind. I just wanted to cover that real quick. As you can see here, we lost the Dawn of the Dead poster. It's on the floor back here. It fell down. It's been windy and I've been in and out of the unit a lot, so I got more tape. I got to get it back up. I got to hire some contractors because I'm not good with it, warehouse kind of work. So that's going to do it for the video. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more used book videos. Bye-bye.